It's time for Northeast Nebraska playoff football, being brought to you by the Moody Motor Company, the Explorers Credit Union, Avera, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation, the Bank of Hartington, Mount Marty University, Christensen Well and Irrigation, Security Bank, and Top Crop. Now let's go live to the field for Northeast Nebraska football on the current 94.3 and Riverfront Sports.
Well, good afternoon or good evening, however you take it, from Hartington, Nebraska. I'm Tehl here for the current 94.3 in Hartington as we are ready to start high school playoff football in Class C2 in the state of Nebraska. In front of us this evening, we got a matchup, an early matchup, because these two teams are nearly 5-hour drive apart. We got a matchup with the hometown team, the number 1 overall seed, the undefeated 9-0 Hartington Cedar Catholic Trojans, at home hosting Hershey, a team who is 5-4, got into the playoffs as the final seed in that 16 seed. They have the tough matchup of going on the road, a nearly 5-hour drive to the 1 seed in the state of Nebraska. Once again, 5-4 is Hershey. This is the first meeting all time between these two programs, as once again, they're so far apart, they've never played in the regular season, and in the playoffs, they have not played. The first meeting all time between the Hershey Panthers and the Cedar Catholic Trojans. We got all the coverage right here on the current 94.3 this evening. And as I said, an earlier game specifically because of that drive, so Hershey can get home before 4 a.m. basically is what it would end up being. So yeah, it's a good thing for us here. If you're just getting off work, you're just getting off of school, pleasure to have you here with us at the current. So on this pregame show, which is being brought to you today by Moody Motors, if you're looking for that new or pre-owned vehicle, check out the inventory at moodymotors.com or visit them at Moody Motors in Niobrara. We're going to take a look at the starting lineups for both of these squads. We're going to take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard if we have a chance of some of the other games in Class C2 that we're going to be keeping an eye on. But this is the early game. We won't have a whole lot of final scores for you tonight, unfortunately. But on the other end of that, we will speak all the stats of this game. We're going to come back with those stats as we start off our pregame show in a couple of minutes. From Hartington, where it is a brisk 44 degrees. 44 is all. Our high temperature today was 45. I'll tell you what, I saw a guy walking around here in Hartington. He looked like he was about to go snowboarding. He had a full snowboarding gear on, full jacket, full pants, the heavy boots, the hat. Dude was not messing around. It is cold out here today. The wind is blowing about 15 to 20 miles an hour out of the northwest. That is blowing from left to right on the field in front of us, pretty much straight left to right. It will affect this game today. The real feel is under 30 degrees. I'm Tehl Tanner here for the current 94.3 on our pregame show for Moody Motors. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back in a couple of minutes and start rolling through the stats for these programs. The pregame show for Moody Motors back after this on the current.
Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
With so many choices for students out there, life can become quite hectic. From choosing the right school to managing your finances, it can be hard to keep it all in check. Bank of Hartington is here to help you take the worry out of your finances. Our free Student Club checking includes all the features and benefits you'll need to start life out on the right path without the worry of hidden fees and charges. So if you're ready to enter that next stage of life, work with a 5th-generation bank who's had their roots planted firmly in Northeast Nebraska since 1934. Contact us today. Bank of Hartington, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Whether it's Friday night lights or Saturday game days, around here football is more than just a game. It's tradition. And just like your favorite team, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation works hard year-round to keep things running strong. From reliable Zematic pivots to trusted local service, we're here to help your operation perform at its best. This season and every season, count on a winning team in your field. Give them a call or stop into Kaiser Ag and Irrigation in Hartington, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, and a proud supporter of our student athletes.
We're passionate about getting yearly mammograms. Because 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. You can get a yearly mammogram to detect it early. Would it help if I requested nicely? Please, could you be so kind as to get a mammo? Or singing it. Get your mammogram starting at 40. Or with a British accent. Schedule your mammo with an Avera Breast Center at avera.org/breast or call 888-422-1410.
All right, back here on that pregame show from Moody Motors. If you're looking for that newer pre-owned vehicle, check out the inventory at moodymotors.com or visit them at Moody Motors in Niobrara. I'm Tehl Tanner here down in Hartington, Nebraska for a matchup between number 1 Cedar Catholic, number 16 Hershey. 9-0 Cedar Catholic Trojans on the season as we take a look at their year. After a second-round quarterfinal loss last season in the playoffs by 3 points to Bishop Neumann, Cedar Catholic has been on a tear this year. 9-0, including their last win out, a 27-7 victory at Norfolk Catholic, who has won the state championship with undefeated seasons for the last 3 years straight. They go get that win on the road, 27-7 final last week in a very good game for the Trojans to earn that number 1 seed and 9-0. Some of the other big wins on the season, they defeat Archbishop Bergen, who finished the season 8-1, 21-20. That one also on the road. They beat West Point Beamer 24-7 and Boone Central 21-14. They also had a Class C1 victory. They go up a class and beat Wayne on the road 55-7. 9-0 once again on the year are the Trojans. Hershey 5-4 coming into this ball game, and it's their first playoff appearance since 2017. That 2017 year, they finished with a 6-3 record in the regular season. Go into the playoffs, they do fall in the first round here in Class C2 at Arcadia Loop City, 28-0 in that first round. But 2017 was the last time they were in the playoffs. 5-4 this season, they get in once again 8 years later. They have wins over Gibbon, Alliance, Valentine, Amherst, and Gordon Rushville. Losses to Wood River, Grand Island Central Catholic, Kearney Catholic, and Mitchell. Those the 5-4 Hershey Panthers. The first meeting all time between these schools, who, once again, about a 5-hour drive between them, so it's not super surprising. They haven't met in the regular season, and they just haven't met in the playoffs. Cedar Catholic just ran out of their tunnel, greeted by their students, cheerleaders, and, of course, the home crowd, Trojan crowd, that is going to be here tonight. Take a quick look at some of our stats for the Cedar Catholic Trojans. Come back and go over the Hershey Panthers in a moment. Cedar loves to run the football. That's no surprise. 2,300 yards on the season. As a team, they average 258 yards a game, and they have 31 rushing touchdowns on the year. The season average as a team, they average 8.1 yards a carry. Brady Hochstein is their leading rusher on the season. Now, when I go through these leading rushers, not all of them have the numbers that you'd expect with how good they are. That's because Cedar has really struggled with the injury bug this season, especially in that running back room. Good news for the playoffs. All those guys are back, though. They're finally healthy come playoff time, which works really, really well for the home team. But anyway, Brady Hochstein, 793 yards on the year, 11 touchdowns, averaging 8.3 yards a carry. Whitmire, 374 yards on the year with 6 touchdowns, 8.9 yards a carry. He's one that has struggled with the injuries. Mike Cotto, 185 yards, another injury bug season with 3 touchdowns, back for the playoffs. And Easton Hochstein Jr., 329 yards on 32 carries, averaging over 10 yards a carry, has 3 rushing touchdowns. Those are some of the main ball carriers on the season. Your quarterback, Grady Haber, a sophomore, 536 yards through the air this season, 52% completion percentage, 9 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. Certainly, Cedar is a run-first team, but when they do need to throw the football, they do it very effectively, specifically last week at Norfolk Catholic when Haber really put on a masterclass performance. It was something to see. Turn to the Hershey Panthers and their stats to start the year. We'll start it off with their rushing totals. Another run-first team, run pretty much on all 3 downs. They have exactly 300 passing yards on the season, 300 passing yards total on the year. Through the air, they average only 33 yards a game, 2 touchdowns to 3 interceptions through the air for the whole team. Murdoch, their starting quarterback, 289 yards through the air, 11 completed passes on 23 attempts, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So once again, very much a running team on first, second, third, and fourth down. Really just shock plays when they want to try and go downfield is Murdoch. So those runners, you got Hill, Rhodey Hill, a senior with 953 yards on the year and 6 touchdowns. Murdoch, that is Cole Murdoch, 912 yards. Their quarterback again with 17 rushing touchdowns. Those are the top 2 leading rushers on the season, both over 900 yards and 23 combined touchdowns. After that, you'll get runs from Connecticut as well, not the state. The senior running back, Landon Kennicott, is what it actually is. Kennicott, a senior, 397 yards and 8 touchdowns on the year. Those are the top players in terms of stats for both of these teams. With that, let's go ahead and take a final break. When we return, we're going to go through our starting lineups and get this game rolling. Let's take that break for the national anthem. When we return, we got kickoff in Hartington. It's a brisk 44 degrees as we get rolling here tonight as the teams meet at midfield in our jawing pregame. And the official is coming out to make sure they stay a little separate. Both teams fired up and ready to start this. I'm not sure I've seen that before. Teams meeting at midfield, the entire rosters to jaw at each other for a second. All right, so that's the type of game we got in front of us. Let's take that break for the national anthem. I'm Tehl Tanner here for the current 94.3. That's your Moody Motors pregame show. Back with the starting lineups and kickoff right after this.
New inventory to the Moody Motor Lot this week include a 2024 Crew Cab Lariat Diesel with the 8-foot box, a really sharp 2020 F-150 Crew Cab with the Sport Appearance Package, and a 2023 F-150 Crew Cab XLT with the 6.5-foot box. On the SUV side is a 2015 Cadillac Escalade and a 2023 High Country Suburban. Stop in and check out our newly expanded inventory right here at Moody Motors in Nyborough.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit ExplorerCU.com to join the journey today.
Mount Marty is committed to excellence in nursing.
We really go the extra mile to care for our students as a whole person. My name is Crystal Diedrichson. I am an associate professor of nursing at Mount Marty. As a Catholic Benedictine university, we can incorporate God and prayer in our regular classwork and interactions with students. And in addition to that, we care about the students in other aspects of their lives.
Start your journey at mountmarty.edu.
From sunup to well after sundown, the life of a farmer is a matter of choices, and you have the choice to make the right decisions for your operation to succeed. The power is in your hands. At Security Bank, our lenders recognize the need to better understand your numbers and come up with a plan to keep your operation moving forward. You make the decisions. We make the tools to make those decisions easier. Security Bank, the right choice for the future of your operation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When it comes to Friday night football, teamwork makes the difference. And when it comes to your fields, trust Christensen Well and Irrigation, your local Ranky dealer. From wells and pumps to irrigation systems, Christensen Well has the experience and service you can count on to keep your operation running strong. This season, keep your crops in winning shape with the field leader in irrigation. Christensen Well and Irrigation in Hartington, a proud supporter of our area student athletes. Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and XtendFlex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit TopCropInc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
More of today's hits. KDAN, Hartington, Yankton, Vermilion, Current 94.3.
With so many choices for students out there, life can become quite hectic. From choosing the right school to managing your finances, it can be hard to keep it all in check. Bank of Hartington is here to help you take the worry out of your finances. Our free Student Club checking includes all the features and benefits you'll need to start life out on the right path without the worry of hidden fees and charges. So if you're ready to enter that next stage of life, work with a fifth-generation bank who's had their roots planted firmly in Northeast Nebraska since 1934. Contact us today. Bank of Hartington, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
All right, let's go ahead and have some high school playoff football here at the Current 94.3. We are ready to get this ball game underway. The Hartington Cedar Catholic Trojans and the Hershey Panthers ready to battle. Here's your starting lineups for Hershey getting out here. From Kaiser Ag and Irrigation, your trusted Zematic by Lindsey Dealer in Hartington. So their offensive starters, number 2, Rhodey Hill. Number 5, Cale DeMode. Number 8, Cole Murdoch. Number 10, Houston Hill. Number 11, JT Lannis. Number 22, Jacob Kryling. Number 50, Jaden Parker. Number 51, Christian Allett. 54, Noah Sullivan. 56, Zane Zarnick. And 65, Brody Denny. Head coach, Chris Steer. That is your offensive starters for the Hershey Panthers as they are taking the field first. They are set to receive this opening kick. Cedar ready to boot this one away. It'll be Bodie Hochstein. Ready to put the foot to the football and get us started. Murdoch, the starting quarterback, ready to trot out. As the kick is on the way, and we are rolling. Muffed kick right at the start. Hershey going to take it out across the 10 to about the 15, and that is all. Return from Cole Murdoch here. So Hershey on the road at the 1 seed. Our temperature at kickoff, 43 degrees. It dropped a degree since we started our pregame, and that's kind of how it is. The sun is setting. It's 5:02 p.m. The sun is going to be setting at this time next week as daylight savings time is Sunday, but we still got another hour of daylight here for this as the 1 and 16 seed are ready to battle. So started off with Murdoch, the starting quarterback, under center. He returned that kick as well. He's going to fake it. No, he does hand it off to his fullback, who is wrestled down for a quick minus an inch, maybe right back at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second down here at the Current. Being told we're having a connection issue, if you're still wondering. You're still here? Is Hershey going to take a third down run out to about the 24-yard line. Going to be short, and it's fourth down.
Escalade and a 2023 High Country Suburban. Stop in and check out our newly expanded inventory right here at Moody Motors in Nyborough.
All right, so we got everything up and running. We'll return to the Current in just a moment. For those listening on our streams on YouTube or Hot Country 93.1 Facebook, we're still here. Fourth down, Hershey goes for it, and they do not get it. A fourth down play is stopped for a yard loss on 4th and 1. Cedar is able to get the ball back in opposing territory. I don't mind the call. Going for it in your own territory, a tough thing, but when you're on the road at the opposing team, not a bad not a bad strategy to start things off. So Cedar with a 4th down stop in opposing territory as we welcome you back at the current 94.3. Welcome listeners back in. Cedar forces a 3 and out. Hershey goes for it on 4th and 1. They do not get it. And Cedar Catholic is going to start off the game in opposing territory at the opposing 24-yard line. Haberer is under center. He'll send a man in motion from right to left. That is Hunter Kukta. Kukta out wide left. Now we're going to run a sweep play out to the left side. This is Brady Hochstein. Oh, what blocking. Hochstein untouched all the way into the end zone. One play, touchdown run of 24 yards. Brady Hochstein. Cedar picking up right where they left off to end the regular season down at Norfolk Catholic. Incredible defense. A 3 and out, a 4th down stop, turnover on downs, one play, 24 yards, and a touchdown for Brady Hochstein. Extra point incoming for the Trojans now, as it'll be Jared Rutar to kick this one away. Sorry for the early technical difficulties, but looks like we got things figured out here, and the kick is going to be blocked. A blocked kick by Hershey. That'll keep the score at 6-0. I think that was Murdoch himself who got that. We'll take a quick break. Back in 30 seconds on the current 94.3.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit explorerscu.com to join the journey today.
All right, back here at the current 94.3 down in Hartington, Nebraska, 6-0. We start off this ball game, 9:45 on the clock in the first quarter. A Brady Hochstein 24-yard touchdown run. We'll start off the ball game. Cedar forces a 4 and out, turnover on downs at the opposing 24-yard line, and then Hochstein one play later runs it in. 6-0 is your score after a block extra point. And Hershey ready to run this one back out. They'll take it to about the 25-yard line. Will Rhodey Hill before he is then cut down. So the second drive of the game incoming for the Hershey Panthers. Rhodey Hill, their leading rusher on the season. Did have a couple of carries on that opening drive. When Hershey goes 4 and out, they do not get it on 4th and 1. Set up Cedar in prime territory. Hill going to be in motion. They're going to pitch it to him, working to the right. Decent blocking ahead of him, and he's got a big gain. First down run, first down and more. All the way out near midfield before he is pushed out of bounds. Rhodey Hill with a great run. Looks like he stepped out of bounds at the 40, so a little closer there than I thought, but still a gain of 15. Rhodey Hill going to be on a wing back on the left side. Two receivers split out to the left. Another sweep play, this time with Cale DeMode. He's going to be cut down at the line of scrimmage. First man there for the Trojans was Bodie Hochstein. And a cleanup man came in. I think that was Hunter Kukta, along with Cooper Hochstein in the area as well. Gain of maybe 1 on the play, and that is all. Murdoch under center. 2nd and 1 after that long run of 15. Swing pass over to the right side. It's a high throw. Receiver had to go up for it and wait for it a little bit. It hung up in the air. That's a dangerous throw to make on a screen. And they think they end up losing a yard. They do. Hochstein with the stop. Easton Hochstein, I should say, because we got 20 of them on the roster here for Cedar Catholic. think there's actually 6 or 7 Hochsteins on the Cedar Catholic roster this season. Third down, throwing deep. Not a throwing team here is Hershey. They tried one here, and it is incomplete. Once again, Hershey, we talked about it in the pregame, 300 yards through the air total on the season. Incompletion there for Murdoch on the first pass attempt of the game, or second pass attempt of the game, I should say, after the completed pass for -1 to start it off just a moment ago. So 4th down. Hershey ready to punt this one away this time on 4th and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Decent snap. Hershey going to kick this one away. It's going to bounce at the opposing 30. Take a Hershey bounce inside the 25. And knock down at the 24 is where they'll touch it down. So Cedar going to have the full field to go this time. Last time they had a short field, only 24 yards. It took them one play to get in the end zone. Brady Hochstein took it in from deep. It was a 24-yard touchdown run for the senior running back. .8:06 on the clock. 1st and 10 as Cedar starts off this next drive. Only a minute and 39 seconds come off the clock on that Hershey drive. Cedar, first play, Brady Hochstein again, a short gain this time of about 2. Brady Hochstein working off his right tackle. Grady Haber with Brady Hochstein off his right, lines up in the shotgun this time. Double tight end set, everybody in tight. Basically got a jumbo package in. Here's Haber. It's Hochstein in motion going out to the right. 2nd and 8. Haber back to throw. He's throwing to the right. He's got a completed pass and a short gain. That was Booker Hochstein. Actually, might have gone backwards half a yard. Booker Hochstein with the catch. So 3rd down for the Trojans, 7:15 on the clock. Hershey could really use a stand here. They just kicked into the wind. Still got a decent kick out of it. It was a good bounce. But Cedar going to have the whole field to work with. 3rd and 8. Haber under center in the eye. Double tight end. They're going to run a sweep play out to the left side. This is Brady Hochstein again. Hochstein trying to get to the edge. He turns the corner. Got there in time. All speed on the first down run of 11. Trojan first down here in Hartington. 6:46 on the clock. 6-0 your score. Shotgun formation, gonna run the option this time. It was a direct snap to a running back, and he's gone. Hunter Benson all the way to the end zone. No flags. Touchdown, Hartington Cedar Catholic from 62 yards out. Hunter Benson from 62 yards. Those big plays for Cedar Catholic, just dangerous. All misdirection. Hunter Benson was in there taking that snap at quarterback. Ran an option. Everybody bid on Brady Hochstein right. Hunter Benson just took it up the middle. Untouched to the end zone for 62 yards. Cedar leads 12-0, trying that extra point again. Last time it was blocked. Rutar got good blocking this time, and he'll put it through. Jared Rutar with the good kick. And it's 6:35 on the clock, 13-0. Cedar Catholic leads over Hershey. Number 1 leads number 16 in the opening round of the Class C2 playoffs. I'm Tehl Tanner here, back in 30 seconds on the current 94.3.
Mount Marty is committed to excellence in nursing.
We really go the extra mile to care for our students as a whole person. My name is Crystal Diedrichsen. I am an associate professor of nursing at Mount Marty. As a Catholic Benedictine university, we can incorporate God and prayer in our regular classwork and interactions with students. And in addition to that, we care about the students in other aspects of their lives.
Start your journey at mountmarty.edu.
6:35 on the clock here in this first quarter. 13-0 is your score. Cedar Catholic with a great start to the ball game. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, and a long one there of 62 yards for Hunter Benson. The kickoff fielded at the 6-yard line. That's by the quarterback, and he's going to take this one nearly all the way across the 40 to the 45. Murdoch taken down at the 48-yard line in own territory, right near midfield. A great return, and Hershey set up well. And that's what you kind of got to do when you're on the road at the 1 seed. You really got to shine in special teams. .6:25 on the clock. 1st and 10 for the Hershey Panthers. They're going to run it to the outside, sweep with Hill. Hill cutting upfield, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage, fighting for yards. He's going to get 2 of them here, and a flag at the end of the play. This was thrown right at the end of the tackle. I wonder if we might have a face mask or something here. Official's going to talk about this. Neither team backing up yet. 2nd and 2. Face mask defense. Yep. So the first penalty of the game, going to be a big one on Cedar Catholic. Hershey had just gotten to midfield. Now you get an extra walk-off of 5 yards. And that'll set them up 1st and 3. So 1st down and 3 after the penalty is assessed. 6:14 on the clock. Working to the right, now back inside. The quarterback on that scramble takes it for 1st down yardage. He'll be inside of the 40-yard line down to the 36. Murdoch took that himself. Murdoch, a good run of 9 yards there. 5:55 on the clock at the 36-yard line of Cedar territory now. And Cedar Catholic, a team that has really shined defensively this season, allowing under 70 points on the year. Run for no gain from Hill on the next play. No gain there. Weeblehouse on the tackle. Yeah, 61 points total Cedar Catholic has allowed this season. That is through 9 games. 9 games, 61 points total. Hill to the outside, cutting upfield, and he might be gone. Speed finding the edge inside of the 10-yard line before he is chased down. A run of about 25 yards. Let's see where they mark him. Be at the 5. That's a run of 30. Hill, 953 yards on the season. But when they get into the red zone here, it's Murdoch who shines. Only 6 rushing touchdowns on the year for Hill, 17 for Murdoch. Normally, they run a lot of options here. This time, they'll run it going up that middle. Short gain of a yard to a fullback. Looks like that was Cale DeMode. Gain of 1. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. 4:40 left to play, first quarter. Hershey with a good drive. Murdoch under center here. Hill the tailback. In motion, right to left is Kryling. They're going to try handing to Hill, and he's going to be stuffed short. Another short gain. It's going to be 3rd and goal, maybe from the 3 now. Gain of a yard on 1st and 2nd down both. Now 3rd down. Certainly 4-down territory. On the road at the 1 seed. You're the 16 seed. In the first quarter. Going to go for it twice for sure. Now we got a timeout taken by Hershey first. I got a feeling they're going to call 2 plays. And operate them quick if the third down play doesn't go. So we'll take it with them. Timeouts brought to you by Top Crop. We'll take 30 seconds. Back to Hartington, Nebraska in 30 seconds in the current 94-3.
From sunup to well after sundown, the life of a farmer is a matter of choices, and you have the choice to make the right decisions for your operation to succeed. The power is in your hands. At Security Bank, our lenders recognize the need to better understand your numbers and come up with a plan to keep your operation moving forward. You make the decisions. We make the tools to make those decisions easier. Security Bank, the right choice for the future of your operation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Timeouts brought to you by Top Crop. Maximize your success this season with top-notch crop consulting and services offered at Top Crop. Visit topcropinc.com. 3rd and goal for the Hershey Panthers. They really need to get in the end zone here. Down 13-0 on the road in the first quarter. 4:02 on the clock to the undefeated 9-0 Cedar Catholic Trojans. They're going to line up in strong eye. 3 men behind the quarterback under center and Murdoch. They're going to give it to the tailback. That is Hill. Cedar was keying in on him. Maybe another short gain of a yard might take him to the 2-yard line, but it's going to be 4th and goal. 1 yard gain on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down all. A total of 3 yards gained. And now to the 2-yard line is Hershey. They need 2 yards for the first time in 3 plays. If they're going to get in the end zone here, they are going for it. 3:30 to go. Same formation. That strong eye. 3 men lined up right behind the quarterback, Murdoch under center. He'll take the snap, pitch out to the outside. Hill going to be hit short. Did he get in? No, he did not. 4th down stand, Cedar Catholic. On their own 1-yard line, Cedar Catholic's defense stands. That's what I was just talking about, that good defense allowing 61 points total in the regular season through 9 contests. 9-0 are the Trojans, with 1 forfeit in there, albeit a 1-0 forfeit 2 weeks ago versus Oakland Craig. But outside of that, 8 full games and 61 total points allowed. 3:19 on the clock. Cedar will now take control from their own 1-yard line. And this is one of those situations where Cedar can really demoralize the opponent. You just stood on your old goal line. You're at the 1. If you can go on a 99-yard drive and go up 3 possessions, that's the type of things that can help break opponents. Easton Hochstein rumbling forward for a gain of 9 on 1st and 10. Easton Hochstein with a good run there. Oh, nope, he got it. Give him the first down. That's a gain of 10. I thought he was short. That's my bad. 3:08 on the clock. Gave him 10 yards exactly. High formation, double tight end. They're going to run a little misdirection. They'll give it to one of the upbacks, fullbacks. That should be Micah Cotto, who is the 2nd man in the I formation. 3 men lined up in a line behind the quarterback. 2nd and 5, now incoming. 2:45 on the clock. Same formation, Brady Hochstein, the tailback. 2nd and 5. We're going to run a sweep play with Hochstein. Good blocking in front of him. He's cutting upfield. He's got a first down run of about 8. 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Cedar now a little bit of cushion room out of the shadow of their own goal post at the 26-yard line in their own territory. Regular eye this time. Brady, the tailback, 1 man split out to the left. Faking to Brady Hochstein, now throwing. Going to be too far. Haberer was looking for Hobelheinrich. Too far in front of him. That'll be incomplete. Haberer, who had one heck of a performance last week at Norfolk Catholic, an incompletion there. There was some pressure, hurried him, had to throw off his back foot. It was just too far out in front of his intended receiver. 2:12 on the clock as the clock stops for the first time on this drive. 2:12 to go. Tailback, Brady Hochstein again getting the nod. He'll go forward for 2, but we're going to have a 3rd and 8 after an incompletion on 1st down, a 2-yard run on 2nd, 3rd and 8 incoming. I believe the last time Cedar was in a 3rd and 8 They had a 62-yard touchdown off of it. It was Hunter Benson who took it up the middle for 62 yards. I believe it was a 3rd and 8 when they got that score. 1:40 to go in this first quarter. It'll be Haber splitting Hochstein out wide to the left. That's Brady Hochstein alone. Empty set. 4 receivers go out. 5 are sent blitz. Coming in, and a short pass is caught. Caught in space. Cedar working down the left sideline. That's Booker Hochstein across the opposing 40 and down near the 35. 33 yards on the catch and run. Booker Hochstein, his 2nd catch. First one went for no gain. This one for 33. Lining up 1st and 10 are the Trojans now. Brady Hochstein behind the quarterback. Haber, he's got a man off either shoulder as well. 4 men in that backfield. It's not even Haber taking the snap. That was Hunter Benson again, running it himself. Benson going down after a gain of about 4 here. 2nd and 6 incoming. They try the direct snap misdirection again. Hershey was ready for it this time. The gain of only 4 for Benson. His last touch was that 62-yard touchdown. They're going to run it with him again. Benson at the quarterback spot now. Running a wildcat here. He's going to hand it off. This is Brady Hochstein going up the middle. Decent gain. Bring him near the 1st down marker. We're going to have 3rd and 1. Give Hochstein 5. So 3rd and 1 as Haber comes back into the game now. Haber lining up under center I formation. Easton Hochstein, the fullback. Brady Hochstein, the tailback. 1 receiver out wide to the left. Running the sneak. Grady Haber has that 1st down. Grady Haber with 4 yards on the sneak. Running through the right side of the A gap and took it for 4. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Cedar does not have to snap it again. It doesn't look like they're going to. 1st and 10 from the opposing 25 when we return for the 2nd quarter. 1 in the books, 13-0. Cedar Catholic leads over Hershey. The 1 leads the 16, 13-0 after 1. A goal line stand and 2 long touchdown runs, the story of the first. We'll come back in 60 seconds. You're listening to the Current 94.3.
Irrigation, who needs it? After this wet summer, maybe that thought has crossed your mind. Every growing year is different. Christensen Well and Irrigation wants to help you prepare for the seasons ahead. They recommend pulling your irrigation pump if it's been in the ground 20 years or more. Assessing your pump during the fall and winter avoids breakdowns during the growing season. Call 402-254-6809 or visit christensenwell.com. Christensen Well and Irrigation of Hartington and Wakefield is a certified Renke Irrigation Systems dealer. Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
Starting off the 2nd quarter, Cedar Catholic ball, 1st and 10 from the opposing 25. They'll take the snap. Dropping back to throw is Haber. He's throwing to the end zone. Got a man. Caught. Touchdown to start off the 2nd quarter. Hartington Cedar Catholic leads this ball game 19-0. Found Bodie Hochstein over the top for 25 yards. Hochstein's first touchdown of the day, first catch. Rutar lining up for the point after to make it 20-0. Bodie Hochstein with a 25-yard touchdown catch. Rutar on the kick, and it is good. 11:53 on the clock, 20-0. Cedar leads. We'll take a break, come back in another 30 seconds in the Current 94.3.
With so many choices for students out there, life can become quite hectic. From choosing the right school to managing your finances, it can be hard to keep it all in check. Bank of Hartington is here to help you take the worry out of your finances. Our free Student Club checking includes all the features and benefits you'll need to start life out on the right path without the worry of hidden fees and charges. So if you're ready to enter that next stage of life, work with a fifth-generation bank who's had their roots planted firmly in Northeast Nebraska since 1934. Contact us today. Bank of Hartington, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Seven seconds into the second quarter. It's Hunter Benson on the throw, actually. Hunter Benson, not Grady Haber, dropped back and threw that one to Bodie Hochstein for a 25-yard touchdown pass. $11:53 on the clock, 20-0 your score. Cedar leading over Hershey 7 seconds into the second quarter by 3 possessions. Good kick, good squib from Cedar. Bounces a long way, and it's brought in near the 20-yard line. Out to the 26 is the return for Hershey. That was Hill on the return. 11:48 to go before halftime. Cedar with a good lead. Hunter Benson with his first pass attempt of the game goes for a 25-yard touchdown. Now that's something we've not seen a whole lot of. Hunter Benson has one attempted pass on the season. It was not complete. Just had one attempt, no completions, and that was it for the throw-in. Now a 25-yard touchdown pass there. So Cedar rolling with a trick play here in the playoffs, just testing the arm of a backup quarterback, one of their runners here, as a pre-snap infraction comes in on the offense. Hershey going to go backwards 5 yards on a false start before their first snap of this series. So they started at their own 27 officially. They're going to be marked back to the 22. 1st and 15 to start off the drive. And that's not the direction you're wanting to go. Hershey has had 3 really good positive plays, a run of 15 and a run of 30 for Hill, and then a run of 9 for Murdoch. Outside of that, been a lot of 1-yard or no gain plays. This one to the outside, running a sweep. Going to be a short gain here of about 2. Running that to Tehl Tanner. Give him 3 there, so 2nd and 12, 11:20 to go, second quarter. And Tehl Tanner here for the current 94.3 alone this evening, calling C2 high school football. Number 1 Cedar Catholic hosting number 16 Hershey. Rolling out to his left is Murdoch, looking deep, throwing about 15 yards downfield. Completed pass on an out route. Bringing that one in was Houston Hill. And a good route right at the sticks. Gain of 12 on 2nd and 12. So good pass there for Murdoch. Murdoch, we talked about it a little bit in the pregame as well. Not throwing the ball too much. 289 yards on the season, 11 completed passes on the year. That was only the 12th. And the very next play, try and go back to Hill. Rhodey Hill to the right, heavy loss. Easton Hochstein on the stop. And a loss of 4, 2nd and 14 incoming. 10:48 to go, 20-0, Cedar Catholic leads. And that's how you respond as a defense. You give up a big pass play, you get a tackle for loss on the next one. Hochstein with a loss of 4, 2nd down. 10:35 on the clock here in this second quarter. Murdoch, yeah, that was only his 12th. Well, he had one earlier for minus 1 yard, so that should be his 13th completion on the season, 2 in this game. Hill going to the outside. He's got a man to beat and hit in the backfield once again. Mike Akato, the first man there this time. And another loss. That'll make it 3rd and 5 after Hill goes backwards for a yard. So after a great pass play of 19, Cedar Catholic forces 2 tackles for loss right at the line. Their front 7 forcing them on back-to-back plays. 3rd and 15 now. Maybe another passing situation for Murdoch. 2 men are in motion here, and there's the flag. So 2:43 is 2 different Hershey Panthers went in motion there, and Landon Kennicott and Rhodey Hill both, and they both saw each other go in motion and kind of stopped because they both know that's a penalty. They just snap the ball and take the 5 yards, and now it's going to be 3rd and 20. Charge timeout, Hershey, their second of the quarter, or second of the half. We'll take it with them. 9:43 on the clock. Back at another 30 seconds on the current 94.3. Nope, we'll keep it here. 9:43 on the clock, 20-0. Cedar Catholic leads as we come out of the timeout from Top Crop. Maximize your success this season with top-notch crop consulting and services offered at Top Crop. Visit topcropinc.com. So 3rd and 20. Hill in motion left to right. Murdoch takes the snap, rolling to his right. Looking to throw deep. It's not there. Throws it anyway, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Cedar Catholic. Bodie Hochstein with the catch. About 22 yards downfield. 2 yards farther than the first down marker was Bodie Hochstein. And positive field position for the Trojans. Once again, they have it on the opposing 49-yard line, 1 yard over midfield. 9:35 on the clock in this second quarter. After the interception, Haber lines up in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off. Brady Hochstein working to his right, cutting upfield, hit near the line of scrimmage, and he's going to take it for positive gain of 4. 2nd and 6 incoming for the Trojans. From the 45-yard line, Cedar Catholic has 2nd and 6. 9:08 to go before halftime. 20-0, they lead and looking for more. Easton Hochstein an end around. He's got speed and he's got an edge. He's going past the 20, down to the 10, forced out of bounds near the 8-yard line. A great run, but there is a penalty flag on the play. We got to check this here. Multiple flags. One near the line of scrimmage and then one downfield at the 24-yard line. So this was a run of 32, but check the flags, obviously. A couple of them here, waiting for official wording. 8:57 on the clock. Cedar is backing up. Looks like, yeah, now motioning to Cedar is the official. So we'll see what the infraction was and how far back Cedar is going to go. It's holding is the call. Holding declined. Ooh, personal foul. I think a low block. Yeah, chop block. So we had a two calls on the offense there of Cedar Catholic. The first one, a holding penalty, is declined. The second one, a low chop block, is accepted. That's about a 15-yard penalty. So back up, Cedar. Instead of a 32-yard gain and 1st and goal, the penalties will back them up to their own side of the field. They're now at the 40-yard line facing 2nd and 21. Heavy penalty there. Nearly takes points off the board. Would have had 1st and goal. Now you're on your own side of the field. And then another infraction comes in, a false start on Cedar Catholic. Cedar's going the wrong way. Their own 35. They started this drive in opposing territory at the 49. Now facing 2nd and 26. And once again, should have had a gain of 32 that would have had him at the 8-yard line and 1st and goal. 2 penalties later. We haven't had a snap since that long run. Take it off the board, and you're now at your own 35. That is, what is that, a 57-yard swing with those penalties? Wow. Handed off, Brady Hochstein. He's trying to get the yardage back, and he will do it. Brady Hochstein near the 1st down marker. Gain of 25 on 2nd and 26. It's all right, 3rd and 1, here we go. Just give it to Brady Hochstein, he'll make it up for you. When you got a running back like that, penalties don't matter. 8:40 on the clock here in the 2nd quarter, 3rd and 1, Cedar Catholic. Haber going to send Brady Hochstein out wide to the right. 2 receivers out there to the left as well. Haber back to throw. Throwing over the middle of the field. Trying the seam route to Hobel Heinrich over his head. And that's going to bring up 4th and 1. Now, Cedar has been running the ball very, very effectively today. You got to assume that's why they tried the 3rd and 1 end zone throw, is because you're going to just run this one for that 1 yard on 4th. But for Hershey, this is now a great opportunity. Cedar kicked off to start this game. Hershey got it first, but they haven't had a whole lot to do on offense so far. No points, down 20-0. Now a chance to get off the field is their defense. 4th and 1. Here's the snap, quarterback keeper. Haber might have got it on 2nd effort. It's going to depend on the spot. He was stopped short, but then lunged forward. We're going to see here one official, the spot of him looks like he's got it. The other official doesn't, and the spot of the ball, I think, is going to give it to him. Yep, they're going to get it. 1st and 10, Trojans. That was a close one. Haber, I believe, was stuffed short initially, turned his body, spun around. 2nd effort, I think, got him there. Good effort from the sophomore quarterback. 8:15 on the clock. Shotgun set, he'll take the snap. 3-step drop, looking to throw. Finding the end zone. He's got Benson. They're saying incomplete. No, he got it. Hunter Benson got that way downfield inside the 5-yard line. Hunter Benson, have a day. A 25-yard touchdown pass to go with his 62-yard touchdown run, and now a good reception there. That'll set him up 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. 7:55 on the clock here, 2nd quarter. Wing T under center. Micah Cotto going to take it into the end zone for the 4-yard rushing touchdown. Cedar Catholic leads 26-0. Set up by the long catch by Hunter Benson. Micah Cotto with the 4-yard exclamation point. .7:44 to go before halftime. Cedar Catholic kicked the ball away to start it off. They will receive the 2nd half kick, by the way, as they lead 26-0 and are now going for 2, trying to get back the blocked kick that they got earlier, but Coach Chad Cotto not liking what he's seeing. He's calling a timeout here. So we're going to take a quick one with them before this 2-point conversion from Top Crop. Back in 30 seconds, 26-0, 2-point conversion attempt back in 30.
Whether it's Friday night lights or Saturday game days, around here football is more than just a game, it's tradition. And just like your favorite team, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation works hard year-round to keep things running strong. From reliable Zematic pivots to trusted local service, we're here to help your operation perform at its best. This season and every season, count on a winning team in your field. Give them a call or stop into Kaiser Ag and Irrigation in Hartington, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, and a proud supporter of our student athletes.
.7:44 on the clock here in this 2nd quarter. Here's the 2-point conversion attempt. It's Haber with a man in motion right to left. That's Bodie Hochstein. They're going to hand it off. Brady Hochstein. He'll go into the end zone untouched. Good block from Easton Hochstein. 2-point conversion attempt is good, 28-0. Let's take another 30 seconds. We'll come back and recap this game right after this. 7:44 on the clock, 28-0, Cedar.
We're passionate about getting yearly mammograms because 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. You can get a yearly mammogram to detect it early. Would it help if I requested nicely? Please, could you be so kind as to get a mammo? Or singing it. Get your mammogram starting at 40. Or with a British accent. Schedule your mammo with an Avera Breast Center at avera.org/breast or call 888-422-1410.
So Cedar Catholic goes for 2 and gets it there on that 2-yard run from Brady Hochstein. They went for it on 2 there after a blocked extra point to start the game when they went up 6-0. So this will make it back to 7 points on each possession, 28-0, 4 touchdowns for the Trojans. Those were a Brady Hochstein 24-yard touchdown run on the first offensive snap of the game for Cedar. Hunter Benson that had a 62-yard touchdown run. Hunter Benson then threw a touchdown pass to Bodie Hochstein, and then we just saw that Micah Cotto 4-yard touchdown after a 31-yard catch from Hunter Benson to set him up first and goal from the 4. Return comes out to the 27-yard line for Hershey. It's where they'll start this next drive. .7:38 to go before halftime. 1st and 10 for the Hershey Panthers. Hershey struggling against this Cedar Catholic defense so far. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. They're going to run a sweep play with Hill going to the left, blowing up the blocking. Hill going to get stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Brody Hill blown up there. Bodie Hochstein just powering his way through blocking to get to the ball carrier, and it'll end up being a loss of 1. I think that last drive, that should have capped off a great drive for Cedar. Once again, they were facing penalty yardage as they got the ball off an interception at the opposing 49. They're backed up to their own 35. Then they are able to get all the way down the field for the score. Sam Wiebelhaus with the tackle on the next play. No gain. It's 3rd and 1. Or 3rd and 11, excuse me. 1 yard behind the sticks are the Hershey Panthers for 3rd and 11 incoming. 6:25 on the clock in the second quarter. It'll be Murdoch under center, in motion over to the right side is Hill. Pass rush all over the quarterback who tried to spin and then going up the middle. He'll go down for another yard loss. 4th and 12. And the punt team comes on for the Hershey Panthers. Cedar's defense has been a force this season. It is the reason they are the #1 seed in the Class C2 playoffs, allowing 61 points total through the 9 games of the regular season. 5:54 on the clock. And shutting out their opponent today in the first round of the playoffs, 28-0. Punt, helped by the wind at the back of Hershey. But a sideways bounce will only carry it to the opposing 44. And that's where Cedar will start this drive. From the own 44-yard line, Cedar going to take control. Working right to left, they are going into the wind here. 5 minutes and 36 seconds left before halftime. Got to thank our sponsor, Security Bank. Score big with all the products and services offered at Security Bank. That's my kind of bank. 5:36 to go before halftime as Cedar starts off this next drive. They're going to hand it to Easton Hochstein, and he is breaking over to the left side, down the field, keeping his balance. Long run out to the 25-yard line. That is a gain of 31 on the first play of the drive, 31 yards. Hochstein's second run of the game. The first one went for 10, that one for 31. We told you in the pregame he is averaging more than 10 yards a carry, and it's runs like that is the reason. 5:20 on the clock. They'll give it back to him. Hochstein making a man miss at the line of scrimmage. Kind of weaving his way through traffic right down the middle of the field, helped out by his offensive line and pushed forward at the end. We're going to set up 1st and goal after another good run. Fumble on the play, and it's recovered by the Panthers. They catch a break here with 5:06 to go before halftime. Easton Hochstein coughed it up after another good run. It was a run of 16 yards, but fumbled at the end. So Cedar was going to be 1st and goal, but a fumble on that last play. Hershey able to jump on it. So they'll get it back, but backed up near their own goal line. 5:06 to go. Murdoch under center. And instantly blown up on this play. Cedar Catholic going to take Murdoch down. Behind the sticks again, going backwards once again is Hershey. They went backwards on 1st and 3rd down, I believe, on their last drive for that 3 and out. 2nd down, they were stopped for no gain. So Murdoch going backwards 4 here. 2nd and 14, now back at their own 5-yard line. 4:30 to go. Murdoch taking the snap, he'll hand off Hill. Hill gonna get hit at the line of scrimmage, falls forward, gets back the yardage they just lost. That's about it. Set up around 3rd and 10. Maybe just across the original line of scrimmage. Yeah, 3rd and 9 there, just across that original line of scrimmage. Got back the yards lost in the last play. 4:05 to go before halftime. Clock is moving. 3rd down. We're here on the current 94.3 this evening at 5:52. As we have a false start on the offense, I believe. Nope, that's going to be on the defense. Give him a free 5 yards. Give him the offside. So 3:50 to go. And that'll make it 3rd and 4 instead of 3rd and 9. That'll make things a little more interesting. .28-0 score. Hershey getting a call from the opposing sideline. Play clock winding down on him. They'll take the snap, throw over to the left side, screen pass, trying to cut up field. And stopped short was JT Lantis on 3rd down. 3:10 to go. 4th down and about 2 or 3 yards here. Yeah, it looks like 3. We'll see what they decide to do here. 4th and 3, you're inside your own 20-yard line, and there the punt unit comes on. They hesitated for a moment, thought about it, but there it comes in. Timeout comes in for the Trojans. They want one more drive before halftime. 2:56 to go. We'll take it with them. Another 30-second timeout from Top Crop. 28-0 your score. Cedar's getting the ball back right after this on the current 94.3.
New inventory to the Moody Motor Lot this week include a 2024 Crew Cab Lariat Diesel with the 8-foot box, a really sharp 2020 F-150 Crew Cab with the Sport Appearance Package, and a 2023 F-150 Crew Cab XLT with the 6.5-foot box. On the SUV side is a 2015 Cadillac Escalade and a 2023 High Country Suburban. Stop in and check out our newly expanded inventory right here at Moody Motors in Nyborough.
2:56 to go, 28-0 score. Hartington Cedar Catholic leading over Hershey in the first round of the Class C2 playoffs in the state of Nebraska. Number 1 versus number 16 tonight. Cedar in full control. There's the punt, low line drive punt, nearly blocked. Bounces at the 45 of Hershey, bounces to the 45 near of Cedar. They'll touch it down at the 46 officially in Cedar Catholic. We'll start off our drive with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first half. Two minutes and 45 seconds left, 28-0 as Cedar marches out that offense. Haber under center. Two receivers, one to the right, one left. Brady Hochstein cut down after a gain of 1. Good tackle. That was Hill, the running back, Rhodey Hill, for the Panthers with the stop. 2:33 to go, 2nd and 9. I think that was actually the shortest run of the day for Brady Hochstein. It was. He has a couple runs of 2. That was his first gain of only 1. Haber throwing this time. He'll have a man. Complete to Bodie Hochstein over the middle of the field. Another short gain of 4. So that'll be 3rd and 5 now. Just over 2 minutes to go. Cedar lines up quickly. Haber in the shotgun. Brady Hochstein off his left shoulder. 2 receivers wide left, 1 to the right. Dropping back to throw, screen pass. The big boy's out on the edge blocking and blown up for the tackle is Hunter Benson, but a first down gain, 1:50 to go. First and 10, Haber, 140. Throwing again. He's got it completed this time down the field. This is Quinn Hochstein, who showed up against Norfolk Catholic in a big way, and another good gain. Quinn Hochstein, the senior, had one heck of a game down at Norfolk Catholic, recording 3 of his 4 catches on the year and about 70 yards. It was a great game for him. Quinn Hochstein with a good gain there. 1:20 to go before halftime. Haber had a man in the end zone, but a little bit of pressure. He didn't see it. He'll take off running, and it's still a decent gain. He'll take it near the first down marker. Cedar only has 1 timeout left, but they don't want to use it here. It's going to be 2nd and 2 from the 15-yard line. 59 seconds to go. Haber back to throw again, scrambling again. Not going to get out of bounds. Taken down hard, but he got the first down, which will stop the clock as they move the chains. Cedar's got to get moving here unless they want to call their final timeout, but I would assume they don't. 1st and 10 from the 11, 45 seconds to go. Shotgun set. Brady Hochstein rolling right. Haber looking to throw. He's got to get rid of the football. There's holding calls everywhere. 3 flags are down. Haber going to take this near the first down marker. He's near the 1-yard line, but we're going to have a lot of yardage come off here for Cedar Catholic. There were flags everywhere. A lot of holding. On the opposing side of the field. Now this you don't want to see. Brady Hochstein getting up slow. He was throwing blocks over on the other end of the field, and he is really favoring that right leg right now. He's limping off the field with 28 seconds to go in the first half. Up 28-0. That's your starting running back, who's shaken up and is still trying to make his way off the field. So there is the official call, holding offense and holding defense. We had one in the secondary as well. So I think we'll have offsetting penalties here. Penalties offset. And with 28 seconds to go, Cedar's still in decent position at the 11-yard line. So holding on both teams keeps him in striking distance. 1st and 10 from the 11. Still 1 timeout left for the home team. 28 seconds to go before halftime. Haber Looking to throw, rolling to his right, decent blocking, throwing a jump ball to the end zone. Past his intended receiver, Easton Hochstein. That'll be 2nd and 10, 21 seconds to go. Cedar still has that one timeout. They don't need to just throw to the end zone a couple times. They can still run the football if they choose. They've got that timeout left. 21 seconds to go. Incompletion for Haber there. Three receivers split out to the right, one to the left. It's Easton Hochstein off the right shoulder of Haber, the quarterback. 21 seconds to go before halftime. He'll take the snap near his head. High snap, running the screen, running back screen. It's Easton Hochstein. He's got blockers, and he's got a touchdown. 14 seconds to go. Easton Hochstein from 11 yards out. Running that running back screen, and the halfback takes it in. 11-yard touchdown pass for Haber, his first touchdown pass of the day. 14 seconds to go, and here's the extra point incoming from Rutar. Jared Rutar, the senior. 34-0 your score. Kick is on the way. It's high, it's short, and it is good. It just got over the crossbar, and it's 35-0 with 14 seconds to go before halftime. Cedar's kicking off when we return on the Current 94.3.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit explorerscu.com to join the journey today.
The Current 94.3 KDAM. Hartington. More of today's hits.
14 seconds left in the half is all. Cedar marches down the field mostly on the right arm of that quarterback, Haber. Having a decent day through the air. Led him all the way down the field and capped it off with an 11-yard touchdown pass on a halfback screen to Easton Hochstein. Trojans kick it off. It'll be a short kick, covered at the 27-yard line by Jacob Kryling with 13 seconds to go. Take a second off the clock, and that's all. So Hershey, we'll see what they decide to do here. They do have one timeout if they want to throw it deep. Maybe throw it once, call the timeout, then try a Hail Mary. Or if they just run it once and take it to halftime. 13 seconds is what's left. 35-0 score. Cedar with three back deep, standing at the 50-yard line. This snap is going to be at the 27. And quarterback and running back run into each other there. A designed run, but confusion in the huddle. Either way, it's a 1-yard gain for the quarterback, Murdoch, and that'll take us to halftime. 35-0 is your score at the half. Number 1, Cedar Catholic, going into the playoffs, looking very, very good. I'm Tehl Tanner here for the Current 94.3. An update on Brady Hochstein as we go in, by the way, who just came off the field limping. I can see him running to the end zone for the halftime celebration, and he is not limping. He looking like he's all right, which is good. All right, we'll take that halftime break. We'll come back here in a couple of minutes, start going over stats. 35-0 your score. Back after this on the Current 94.3.
Mount Marty is committed to excellence in nursing.
We really go the extra mile to care for our students as a whole person. My name is Crystal Diedrichsen. I am an associate professor of nursing at Mount Marty. As a Catholic Benedictine university, we can incorporate God and prayer in our regular classwork and interactions with students. And in addition to that, we care about the students in other aspects of their lives.
Start your journey at mountmarty.edu.
From sunup to well after sundown, the life of a farmer is a matter of choices, and you have the choice to make the right decisions for your operation to succeed. The power is in your hands. At Security Bank, our lenders recognize the need to better understand your numbers and come up with a plan to keep your operation moving forward. You make the decisions. We make the tools to make those decisions easier. Security Bank, the right choice for the future of your operation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When it comes to Friday night football, teamwork makes the difference. And when it comes to your fields, trust Christensen Well and Irrigation, your local Ranky dealer. From wells and pumps to irrigation systems, Christensen Well has the experience and service you can count on to keep your operation running strong. This season, keep your crops in winning shape with the field leader in irrigation. Christensen Well and Irrigation in Hartington, a proud supporter of our area student athletes. Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
With so many choices for students out there, life can become quite hectic. From choosing the right school to managing your finances, it can be hard to keep it all in check. Bank of Hartington is here to help you take the worry out of your finances. Our free Student Club checking includes all the features and benefits you'll need to start life out on the right path without the worry of hidden fees and charges. So if you're ready to enter that next stage of life, work with a fifth-generation bank who's had their roots planted firmly in Northeast Nebraska since 1934. Contact us today. Bank of Hartington, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Whether it's Friday night lights or Saturday game days, around here football is more than just a game. It's tradition. And just like your favorite team, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation works hard year-round to keep things running strong. From reliable Zematic pivots to trusted local service, we're here to help your operation perform at its best. This season and every season, count on a winning team in your field. Give them a call or stop into Kaiser Ag and Irrigation in Hartington, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer and a proud supporter of our student athletes.
All right, let's go ahead and start off this halftime show here today from Christensen Well and Irrigation. Built in over 50 years of experience in the water well drilling industry and your local Reinke Irrigation Systems dealer. Visit them on Facebook or at christensenwell.com. Let's go through our scoring plays from the first half. It was all Cedar in this one. They score 5 touchdowns with a 2-point conversion in there, and 1 blocked extra point was the notion. But they do have one heck of a first half. 35-0 was your score. They lead over Hershey. And that does mean, by the way, we will start off that second half with that running clock here. So touchdowns, timeouts, all it's going to stop for as we get in. So let's go ahead and get to those scoring plays here. Brady Hochstein started off the ball game. It was a 3-and-out for Hershey to start off the game. They got the ball first. They received the opening kickoff. Had a 4th-and-1. They go for it on their own 24-yard line. They do not get it. They're stopped at the line of scrimmage. Cedar gets the ball on their opening drive at the opposing 24. Brady Hochstein, 1 play, 1 touchdown, takes it off the left edge for 24 yards and the first score of the game. That brought us 6-0. The extra point was blocked. 6-0 Cedar at that point. Hunter Benson then had a 62-yard touchdown run on the next drive for Cedar. That was 6 minutes and 35 seconds to go in that first quarter. It just ran a misdirection play, ran a wildcat. First snap anybody took that was not named Grady Haberer, and Hershey was not expecting it at all. Just straight up the middle. Hunter Benson for 62 yards. That took us to the end of the first quarter at 13-0. In the second quarter, 3 touchdowns for Cedar. Started off with the first 7 seconds of the second quarter. Cedar was in position, and it was Hunter Benson with his touchdown pass to Brady Hochstein for 25 yards. A 25-yard touchdown pass. Hunter Benson to Brady Hochstein. That brought it 20-0. Mike Cotto, 4-yard touchdown run. After that was 7:44 on the clock to make it 28-0. And then the last one before halftime with 14 seconds to go. Grady Haber to Easton Hochstein, an 11-yard touchdown pass in the halfback screen there. Good blocking on that one. Big boys got downfield, throwing blocks, and he got in the end zone with 14 seconds to go. That took us to the half. 35-0, your score, Cedar Catholic over Hershey in the first round of the playoffs. We're going to go ahead and take a break here on our halftime show from Christensen Well and Irrigation. Built in over 50 years of experience in the water well drilling industry and your local Reinke Irrigation Systems dealer. Visit them on Facebook or at christensenwell.com. We'll take a break, come back in a couple of minutes, go through the stats from the first half. I'm Tehl Tanner here for the current 94-3. Cedar Catholic leads 35-0 at half.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit ExplorerCU.com to join the journey today.
Mount Marty is committed to excellence in nursing.
We really go the extra mile to care for our students as a whole person. My name is Crystal Diedrichsen. I am an associate professor of nursing at Mount Marty. As a Catholic Benedictine university, we can incorporate God and prayer in our regular classwork and interactions with students. And in addition to that, we care about the students in other aspects of their lives.
Start your journey at mountmarty.edu.
Irrigation, who needs it? After this wet summer, maybe that thought has crossed your mind. Every growing year is different. Christensen Well and Irrigation wants to help you prepare for the seasons ahead. They recommend pulling your irrigation pump if it's been in the ground 20 years or more. Assessing your pump during the fall and winter avoids breakdowns during the growing season. Call 402-254-6809 or visit christensenwell.com. Christensen Well and Irrigation of Hartington and Wakefield is a certified Reinke Irrigation Systems dealer.
From sunup to well after sundown, the life of a farmer is a matter of choices, and you have the choice to make the right decisions for your operation to succeed. The power is in your hands. At Security Bank, our lenders recognize the need to better understand your numbers and come up with a plan to keep your operation moving forward. You make the decisions. We make the tools to make those decisions easier. Security Bank, the right choice for the future of your operation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
Whether it's Friday night lights or Saturday game days, around here football is more than just a game. It's tradition. And just like your favorite team, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation works hard year-round to keep things running strong. From reliable Zematic pivots to trusted local service, we're here to help your operation perform at its best. This season and every season, count on a winning team in your field. Give them a call or stop into Kaiser Ag and Irrigation in Hartington, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, and a proud supporter of our student athletes.
All right, let's go ahead and turn to the stats from this first half. 35-0, Hartington Cedar Catholic leads over the Hershey Panthers at halftime. Once again, Cedar's going to get the ball to start off the second half, and we will have a mercy rule in effect. A running clock will be in effect to start the second half. It will only be taken off if Hershey gets the score under 35 points, and Cedar, once again, will be getting that ball first to start the second half. We'll explain a little more on the running clock mercy rule when we get rolling here, but that is what's going to be happening. So at halftime, let's go through our stats now. Hartington Cedar Catholic. Now, I will say that these are stats I've been keeping myself throughout the broadcast. These are not the official game stats, and I've been keeping them myself while I'm alone here calling these games. We had some tech issues as well which hurts these. They're not 100% accurate, but they're close enough to give you an idea of who's really performing well today. Started off with Brady Hochstein, the starting running back for the Hartington Cedar Catholic Trojans. I've got him down for about 85 yards in that first half on 10 carries. He has a run of 25, a touchdown run of 24, scored a 2-point conversion as well. He got up a little slowly near the end of that first half, but I can see him at halftime running around on the sideline, getting loose. I'm hoping he's going to be good for the second half if Cedar chooses to play him as he is, they're leading 35-0. We'll see on that one. Easton Hochstein ended up with 57 yards on 3 carries in the first half. Did have a fumble on that third carry. It was a 16-yard run, but at the end of it did cough up the football. The lone turnover for Cedar Catholic in the first half. Hunter Benson had a touchdown run of 62 yards and a 4-yard run after that. He's got 66 yards at half. Haber himself has 14 yards running the football on 3 scrambles. Quarterback Haber has had a decent day throwing as well. Does have a touchdown pass of 11 yards. Also has, looks like 94 yards through the air before that, so he should be just over 100 yards through the air in the ball game on, I think, 6 or 7 completed passes here, looks like, for Haber. Only 2 incompletions. 2 or 3 incompletions on the day. Should be just over the century mark through the air with a touchdown in there as well. That touchdown was to Easton Hochstein right at the end of the half with 14 seconds to go on the halfback screen. Bodie Hochstein having a good game through the air. The receiver has 44 yards on 3 catches and a 25-yard touchdown catch from Hunter Benson. Hunter Benson, his first completed pass of the year, comes in the first round of the playoffs. He only had 1 attempted pass on the season. It was an incompletion earlier this year, and that was the only time he had tried to throw the football. He throws one here for a 25-yard touchdown, and it was a dot. It was right on the money to Hunter Benson in the end zone. Booker Hochstein also has a catch of 33 yards in this ball game. Caught a screen for -1 as well, so he's got 32 yards total on 2 catches. That's Cedar Catholic. For Hershey, it gets a little interesting here. Really struggling. No points in the first half. They did have 1 drive where they really got down the field. There was a run of 15 for Hill, then a run of 30 for Hill, and a run of 9 for Murdoch. And they also had a pass for 12 yards on that same drive, caught by Houston Hill. Murdoch throwing that ball. Now, Murdoch and Hill, those runs, that got them all the way down inside the Cedar Catholic 5-yard line. Had 1st and goal from the 5, and on 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th down, they get 1 yard exactly on each of those plays. So all of a sudden, you get 1st and 5, or 1st and goal from the 5, 2nd and goal from the 4, 3rd and goal from the 3, 4th and goal from the 2, and they turn it over on downs on the 1. They got exactly 1 yard on each play. Cedar Catholic gets the turnover on downs on their own 1-yard line. They then take it 99 yards for a score there. So Cedar really controlling this ball game. 50 yards at the half. I've got Hill there running the football, most of it on those 2 carries, 1 for 15, 1 for 30. Not a whole lot outside of that today. Murdoch has about 10 yards at the half, some positive, some negative in there, all adding up to about 10. DeMode has about 6 yards as well. That's your halftime stats here on the Halftime Show from Christensen Well and Irrigation. Built in over 50 years of experience in the water well drilling industry and your local Reinke Irrigation Systems dealer. Visit them on Facebook or at christensenwell.com. We'll take another break, come back in a couple of minutes, and go through our out-of-town scoreboard, some other C2 games we're going to be keeping an eye on. Now, we got an early game. Most of them haven't kicked off yet, but we'll give you the matchups. Back after this on the current 94-3, 35-0, Cedar Catholic up at halftime.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit explorerscu.com to join the journey today.
When it comes to Friday night football, teamwork makes the difference. And when it comes to your fields, trust Christensen Well and Irrigation, your local Reinke dealer. From wells and pumps to irrigation systems, Christensen Well has the experience and service you can count on to keep your operation running strong. This season, keep your crops in winning shape with the field leader in irrigation. Christensen Well and Irrigation in Hartington, a proud supporter of our area student athletes. Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
With so many choices for students out there, life can become quite hectic. From choosing the right school to managing your finances, it can be hard to keep it all in check. Bank of Hartington is here to help you take the worry out of your finances. Our free Student Club checking includes all the features and benefits you'll need to start life out on the right path without the worry of hidden fees and charges. So if you're ready to enter that next stage of life, work with a fifth-generation bank who's had their roots planted firmly in Northeast Nebraska since 1934. Contact us today. Bank of Hartington, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
All right, here for the final time on that halftime show from Christensen Well and Irrigation as we check our out-of-town scoreboard now from the Bank of Hartington. Where other banks have their branches, Bank of Hartington has their roots. So there's only one other game that is going on in Class C2 right at the moment at 6:21 p.m. Most of them are starting at 7 o'clock. We've got an early game. We're not going to be able to give you final scores on this broadcast for obvious reasons. We're already at halftime, and we're still 40 minutes away from most of the games kicking off. The one other game that is going on is actually Norfolk Catholic, and they're trailing in their game. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. They just are underway, kickoff at 6 o'clock, but UTAN is leading Norfolk Catholic 8-0 in the first quarter. That'll be something we'll keep an eye on here today and give you some scoreboard updates on, but once again, we're not going to have final scores on just about anything for you. However, in Class D1, we can give you a couple of final scores. Crofton, number 5 Crofton, leading number 12 Johnson Brock at 50-32, 1 minute left in that second quarter as Crofton is up pretty big there. So Crofton, as long as they're able to hold that lead, off to a good start in the playoffs as well. 50-32, a high-scoring first half. Hemmingford beat Stanton today in the Class D1 playoffs, so they move on. Sandy Creek over Wisner Pilger, 14-0. Wausau Osmond is trailing at Bridgeport, 38-18. Plainview leads Thayer Central, 13-0. And then Dundee County Stratton, 52-8 over McCool Junction. Shelby Rising City over Bloomfield, 24-14. That one is in the third quarter. And then Pender and Lord Central Catholic, that one is just about to kick off. That's all the scores from Class D1. Class D2, let's see if we can give you the Wynot score. Oh, wow. Wynot up 37-7 over Mullen. That one just started the second half. 37-7, Wynot leading that one in Class D2. So that's your out-of-town scoreboard update from the Bank of Hartington, where other banks have their branches. Bank of Hartington has their roots. We can roll through the other C2 scores incoming, the other games. Ord versus Donovan Trumbull, 9-8. Archbishop Bergen, the 5 seed, taking on Wood River, number 12. Number 13, West Point Beamer. At number 4, Grand Island Central Catholic. Number 3, Kearney Catholic. At number 14, Boone Central. Number 11, Lincoln Lutheran. At number 6, Malcolm. And number 15, Arlington. At number 2, Bishop Newman. Those are the other matchups in Class C2. With that, here is the kick, and we are underway. It's a short kick, onside kick for Hershey, and ball's on the ground. I think Hershey might have got it in opposing territory. What a call to start the second half. Hershey gonna get the ball. Chad Cotto, head coach of Cedar Catholic, fired up on the near sideline. His team was caught sleeping to start the second half, up 35-0. So 11 minutes and 57 seconds on the clock, and Cedar Catholic does lead 35-0. As the mercy rule, the clock now comes into effect as Hershey will start things off on offense. So the mercy rule clock, the clock only stops on timeouts, touchdowns, and official stoppages of play. That's what we've got here in the second half. And at first down, going backwards, Easton Hochstein blowing up a play It was Rhodey Hill trying to run a sweep to the right, and he'll go backwards 5 yards. -5. I think that is the third or fourth negative run of the day for Rhodey Hill. Cedar has been all over the run game of Hershey. So 2nd and 15 now at the 45-yard line of Cedar. Drive started at the 40. Under center. Going to go back to Hill. He's met at the line of scrimmage. Twisted down after a half a yard. 3rd and very long incoming. 3rd and a long 14. .11 minutes left here, 3rd quarter. As we are underway in the 3rd. Once again, 35-0. Cedar leads after halftime. 3rd and 14 in opposing territory after the onside kick. Trying to do something with the football. Hill going to get past the initial contact, fighting down the sideline. He'll get past the original line of scrimmage and maybe a yard more, but we're still going to have 4th and 9 incoming. You are in Cedar Catholic territory at the 39-yard line, however, would expect them to go for this. Give an extra yard, actually. It'd be 4th and 8. Still expect to go for this. You're at your opposing 38. You need the 30-yard line for a first down. 10:30 on the clock. Chris Steer, the head coach for the Hershey Panthers. Let's see how deep into his bag he goes here on 4th and 8. Hill going to be single back off the right shoulder of the quarterback, Murdoch. Shotgun. Murdoch takes the snap, going to run the option. He'll keep it himself, and he's going to take a yard loss. Cedar covered the option well. And they'll get the turnover on downs to start off this 3rd quarter. Going backwards 4 yards was Murdoch. Going backwards on that play a couple of times was Hershey. Turnover on downs on a 4th down loss of 4, and Cedar's going to get the ball on their own 43-yard line. 9:40 to go. The clock still moves despite the change of possession once again. A running clock in the 2nd half. Mercy rule, 35-point rule in Nebraska. Strong I formation, 1st and 10. Hand it off. Running back going off his left guard. That's Micah Cotto. Spinning for near first down yardage. They'll mark him, looks like half a yard short. Gain of 9 for Micah Cotto. Micah's 2nd carry of the game. The first one was a 4-yard touchdown run. Handoff this time, Brady Hochstein. Hochstein going into open space. I didn't expect to see him in the 2nd half after he was shaken up in the 1st, but takes a good run here of 15. 1st and 10. And that, to my count, should put him right near 100 yards in the ball game. .8:30 to go. 3rd quarter. Running the eye again. 1st and 10. Pitch out, sweep to the left. Brady Hochstein again. He's cutting upfield, bouncing into tacklers. He'll go down right at the yard to gain. I think he's got the first down. Yeah, looks like he does. They'll give it to him. 1st and 10 after a gain of a little over 10. .7:52 to go. Cedar Catholic 1st and 10. In opposing territory, this is going to be Easton Hochstein. Another good run. We'll have 1st and goal after a gain of 15. Easton Hochstein takes it down inside the 10. Set up at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal for the Trojans. Brady Hochstein, the tailback. 2 fullbacks in front of him in that eye. He'll hand it off to the first man there, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cedar Catholic. They march right down the field. Easton Hochstein, touchdown run of 9 yards to start off this 3rd quarter. 7:20 to go. So Cedar Catholic now leads 41-0 in the 3rd quarter. Rutar ready to kick. Jared Rutar, right-handed kicker for the extra point. Snap is good, hold is down, kick on the way, and it is good. 42-0 is your score. Cedar Catholic leads over Hershey on the current 94-3. I'm Tehl here on this Friday evening. Happy Halloween from Hartington. Back in 30 seconds.
From sunup to well after sundown, the life of a farmer is a matter of choices, and you have the choice to make the right decisions for your operation to succeed. The power is in your hands. At Security Bank, our lenders recognize the need to better understand your numbers and come up with a plan to keep your operation moving forward. You make the decisions. We make the tools to make those decisions easier. Security Bank, the right choice for the future of your operation. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
So 7:20 to go here in the third quarter. Cedar Catholic in full control of this ball game, 42-0. Jumping out to a great start in the Class C2 playoffs. First round starts tonight. They are playing the first game, only 2 games in action right now. Norfolk Catholic, the other game, they're trailing 8-0 in the first quarter, and it was early in that one. Cedar kicks this one off. It'll be recovered near the 30-yard line, and Hershey goes down pretty much right away. It was Jacob Kryling, an up-back, was able to grab that one. 7:05 and counting with the running clock here in the second half for Hershey. Third quarter still. First round of the playoffs, the 1 versus 16 seed. Here tonight on the current 94-3. Quick handoff and a quick tackle, short gain. That was Hill again. Hill with a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. 6:25 to go. Limping off the field here is Will Steffen. You don't like to see that. But he does come off and is standing on the near sideline trying to stretch himself out. Just over 6 minutes to play in the third. Sweep to the left side, trying the Cedar defense over there, and same result. Another very short gain for the Hershey Panthers. That was Cale DeMode on the outside. Give him about 2. 1 or 2. Yeah, 2 here. So that'll be 3rd and 7, 5:40 on the clock. Will Steffen being stretched out by a trainer on the near sideline. Ooh, penalty flag. Near the tackle. Unsportsmanlike defense. So that's a lot of yards in the unsportsmanlike. March off 15, and Hershey's going to get the 49-yard line on their own side of the field, 1 yard away from midfield, 1st and 10. So instead of 3rd and long, 1st and 10, and free yardage for the road team. And a fumble. Fumble on the next play, picked up by Cedar. Cedar's got the ball. They're trying to return it, and they're gone. No flags all the way inside the 5. Touchdown on the fumble return. Hunter Cookta. Fumble ball on the next play after that penalty. Hunter Cookta, scoop and score. 49 yards, scoop and score. Hunter Cookta. The senior with the touchdown. And fought the whole way. Stiff-armed a couple of men. Got out of tackles. 49-yard scoop and score. Extra point unit is on for the Trojans. On the other end of the field, a player is slow to get up and helped off the field by some teammates. .5:21 to go, 48-0. Can't see who that young man is on the other side of the field. He is up. Looks like, oh, and another blocked kick, I believe. I was looking at the opposing player, but 48-0, kick is blocked. Second one of the game, 48-0. Your score, Cedar does lead here in the second half. We'll take that 30-second break. We'll come back after this in the current 94-3.
Farmers, are you ready to maximize your success this season? At Top Crop, they've got you covered with unbeatable deals and top quality products. Take advantage of true 0% extended terms with no discount sacrificed. Get flat acre pricing on corn for unbeatable value. Keep your corn clean and strong with Viptera corn and plant the industry's leading E3 and Extend Flex soybeans for the best yields yet. Don't wait. Visit topcropinc.com or give them a call today. Top Crop, where you grow more.
48-0, 5:21 on the clock in this third quarter. Second touchdown of the third quarter for Cedar Catholic. This time a defensive score, a scoop and score for the senior, Hunter Cookta, the linebacker. Fumble was on the ground, and it wasn't a forced fumble by Cedar. It was a miscommunication on a handoff there, just a bad handoff. Ball got put up in the air, hit the ground, bounced once into the hands of Cookta, and he took it 49 yards for the scoop and score. 48-0, Cedar leads. Bodie Hochstein on the kickoff. It'll bounce at the 25, taken in at the 20, brought out just across the 30-yard line. Rugby scrum, and the player is stopped. There are the whistles. Got a few extra yards, did Hershey there, 3 or 4. We'll see where they officially mark them, but 5:07 left and counting in this third quarter. Running clock. For the Trojans. Been in full control of this ball game from the start. The very first offensive snap for the Trojans was a 24-yard touchdown run. Before that, a defensive stand on fourth down. Inside of Hershey's own 25-yard line. They go for it on their opening drive. On 4th and 1, don't get it. Short field. Cedar takes it 24 yards for the score, and they never look back. Good run to start off this next drive. Murdoch with positive yardage here. First time in a couple drives. They've had a run of 8 yards now. In fact, I think I go back all the way to the first quarter. Hill's 30-yard run and then a 15-yard run that set him up inside the 15-yard line. There's only 3 plays in the ball game that were longer than that one for Hershey. And the very next play, penalty flags fly as a 2-yard tackle for loss comes in. And I think we've got a flag on the defense either way. Penalty on Cedar. They're marking off 5 yards. Yardage gives them a first. Face mask on the tackle. All right. So face mask will give first down yardage to the road team Hershey, who trail 48-0. Running an option play and going down for a loss here is Murdoch. Kept it himself. He'll go down for a loss of 3. The 2nd and 13. Cedar's defense, the best in the state and one of the best in their history, allowing 61 points total in the regular season. Just cannot express enough how impressive that is. In fact, take a look at the all-time numbers. I think that might be the 5th best scoring defense in team history. I got to take a look at that here in a moment. 2nd and 12 run is going to go for a first down. Hill on a great run of 14. That is the 3rd longest play of the ball game for Hershey. First and 10. 2:30 to go. At the opposing 42 now is Hershey. First and 10. Not a great snap again, and we're going to have a tackle for loss again. Murdoch buried behind the line of scrimmage. That was Hayden Taney. Murdoch goes backwards too. So looks like for Cedar Catholic, in defenses that have had less points in the regular season allowed, you go back to the 1959, 1955, and 1954 defenses, the local paper here in Hartington, with a great article on October 22nd talking about the all-time defenses. Those are the only three defenses that have allowed less points throughout a season in total points allowed, 61 for Cedar, as they have another stop right at the line of scrimmage. 1954, 1955, and 1959. The 1959 team allowed 24 points total that season. 1955 was 59, and 1954 was 50 points. Cedar Catholic in the regular season this season, 61 points, and that should be the fourth lowest total in their school history. Once again, it goes back to the 1950s, the last time they allowed this few points in a season. Great article in the local paper here about that. And what a crazy stat. 3rd and 11. Literally the best defense we've seen in 75 years. Nearly. 3rd down run, going to be a decent one for Hershey. Working from behind the sticks, 3rd and 12. It's going to be a 4th down, but in opposing territory. Might go for this. Got enough yardage here to think about it. Got 6, so it'll be 4th and 5. Cedar Catholic, the #1 overall seed in Class C2, and an all-time defense leading the way. And obviously they can put up points offensively too, with 42 offensive points tonight, and then the last 6 to make it 48 on a defensive scoop and score. 4th and 5, and I think Cedar just jumped off sides. Yep. Encroachment on the defense, that'll give him 5 yards. It's appearing to me like it's right exactly 5 yards to the 1st down marker. I think they're going to give it to him. They do. So on 4th and 5, Cedar jumps on the hard count. That'll be 1st down for Hershey as clock hits 0 at the end of the 3rd quarter. So 3 quarters are in the books, 48-0. Cedar Catholic leads over Hershey. We'll take a break. We'll come back after this on the current 94-3. We'll go to the final stanza, 12 minutes away from a playoff victory is Cedar Catholic. 48-0, they lead.
With so many choices for students out there, life can become quite hectic. From choosing the right school to managing your finances, it can be hard to keep it all in check. Bank of Hartington is here to help you take the worry out of your finances. Our free Student Club checking includes all the features and benefits you'll need to start life out on the right path without the worry of hidden fees and charges. So if you're ready to enter that next stage of life, work with a 5th-generation bank who's had their roots planted firmly in Northeast Nebraska since 1934. Contact us today. Bank of Hartington, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Whether it's Friday night lights or Saturday game days, around here football is more than just a game. It's tradition. And just like your favorite team, Kaiser Ag and Irrigation works hard year-round to keep things running strong. From reliable Zematic pivots to trusted local service, we're here to help your operation perform at its best. This season and every season, count on a winning team in your field. Give them a call or stop into Kaiser Ag and Irrigation in Hartington, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, and a proud supporter of our student athletes.
So we're ready to start the final quarter of play. We'll have a running clock here for the 4th. 12 minutes on the clock. Cedar Catholic leading 48-0 over Hershey in the 1st round, the opening game of the Nebraska Class C2 playoffs. The 4th best defense in terms of points allowed on the season in Cedar Catholic history. As a 1st down run goes to the right, a decent run. Give him 8 here. 2nd and 2 incoming for Hill. Cedar. Resting starters, playing some younger kids, and Hershey finally starting to put together a little bit of a drive here. But once again, regular season points, only 61 allowed. The last time we have had numbers like this for a Cedar Catholic Trojan team goes back to 1959 when that team allowed only 24 points. In 54, they allowed 50 points, and in 55, they allowed 59 points. Those are the only teams that have allowed less points in a regular season than this year's Cedar Catholic team. 48-0 score. A gain of 1 here on second down will bring up 3rd and 1. So from 1959 to 2025, I did the math during the break there. Just subtracted the new numbers. It wasn't impressive, but I needed a moment to do it in my head. That's 66 years. This is the best scoring defense for Cedar Catholic in 66 years. Incredible numbers. Really impressive what they've been able to do this season. 3rd and 1. Hershey going to take it up the middle. Murdoch going to have the first down. Gain of 2 on 3rd and 1. Cedar in this century, since 2000 on, have had 3 other defenses that allowed less than 100 points on the season. The 2017 team allowed a total of 95 points, and the 2008-2009 teams were great as well. 2008, they allow only 70 points. 2009, 81 on the year. 10 minutes left in the ball game here in the 4th quarter, and I think we're going to have a timeout taken by Hershey. Timeouts from Top Crop. We'll take it with them. Back here in 60 seconds, 48-0 your score. Cedar on top, back in 60 on the current 94.3.
We're passionate about getting yearly mammograms because 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. You can get a yearly mammogram to detect it early. Would it help if I requested nicely? Please, could you be so kind as to get a mammo? Or singing it. Get your mammogram starting at 40. Or with a British accent. Schedule your mammo with an Avera Breast Center at avera.org/breast or call 888-422-1410.
New inventory to the Moody Motor Lot this week include a 2024 Crew Cab Lariat Diesel with the 8-foot box, a really sharp 2020 F-150 Crew Cab with the Sport Appearance Package, and a 2023 F-150 Crew Cab XLT with the 6.5-foot box. On the SUV side is a 2015 Cadillac Escalade and a 2023 High Country Suburban. Stop in and check out our newly expanded inventory right here at Moody Motors in Nyborough.
1st and 10 out of the timeout. Hershey going to take this one for a yard loss as well. Hill trying a sweep pass to the left wing. Going to go down after a -1, 9:35, and counting. 2nd and 11 now. At the opposing 21, Hershey putting together a decent drive here on the Hartington 2s. Resting starters is the 1-seed Trojans, of course, up 48-0 in the 4th quarter. Hershey trying to put some points up. Murdoch out there running on 2nd down, a short gain. 3rd and 8. So 3rd and 8, under 9 minutes to go. In motion here is Hill. They're going to hand it off fullback. Fullback getting a push from Hill. He'll go down near the 15-yard line. We're going to have 4th and 5 incoming. The last 4th and 5, we had a hard count by Hershey. Cedar jumped, and they got the free 5 yards. 8.5 to go. Another timeout taken by Hershey. We're going to take it with them. Only a 30-second break this time. 4th down play incoming when we return. 48-0 score, back in 30 on the current 94.3.
Credit union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit union people are my people. NCU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit explorecu.com to join the journey today.
.8:27 to go here in the fourth quarter, 48-0. Cedar leads. Here's a 4th and 5 for Hershey. Trying to avoid the shutout. They are at the opposing 15-yard line, but 4th and 5. In motion here. Murdoch back to throw. Throws a floater into the end zone, and it is out of the reach of his intended receiver. Trying to put points up on 4th and 5. And a turnover on downs. Hershey is turned away in the fourth quarter. They're trying to avoid the shutout, but not going to get points there. 48-0, your score. Cedar on top. Cedar really working well offensively here today. This is only the tied for the 4th highest score they have had themselves this season. They had a 48-0 final at home versus Ponca. They also beat Battle Creek on the road 52-0. They had a 55-7 win at Wayne, and then a 57-6 win home versus Takema Herman. Penalty to start off the drive here for Cedar. I think a legal substitution. Back them up 5 yards, 1st and 15 to start this drive, 7:37 to go. So the clock moves again after the penalty. But yeah, the highest point total in the regular season, 57 versus Takema Herman. Cedar's 9 points away from that. Flags are down on this next run. It's a good one for Cedar. Getting back the penalty yardage and then some, a gain of about 13. But penalty yardage is down after the run from Hunter Benson, and the officials are pointing at the home team. They might be going backwards even farther here. We're still on 1st down. Holding on the Trojans, half the distance. 1st down from the 5-yard line. They need the 25 for a 1st down, so 1st and 20 to start off the drive after back-to-back penalties for the second team. 7 minutes to go. They're going to hand off. Short gain. New quarterback is Abram Steffen. Hudson Deniger, the ball carrier. Deniger, number 20. So 2nd down now after the gain of 3. 2nd and 17 here. Cedar Catholic, 6:30 to go, 48-0. Handoff, another short gain, bouncing off tacklers. Hudson Whitmire going to take this back across the original line of scrimmage, kept the feet moving. Runs this one for nearly 10. Actually give him 10 there. 3rd and 7. Hudson Whitmire. So on 2nd and 17, give him 10 yards, and that'll be 3rd and 7 now. 5:50 to go. Abram Steffen under center, out of the eye. He'll hand it off to his tailback, working off the left side of the line. He's got a 1st down. That is Hudson Whitmire. Once again, back-to-back runs for the freshman. And he'll get a 1st down. So we had 1st and 20, 2nd and 17, turned into 3rd and 7, and another 10-yard run will make it 1st and 10. So we can bring you final stats for the Cedar Catholic starters here in a couple of minutes. But first, Hudson Whitmire again running a sweep play to the right side, weaving his way through traffic very well, and a gain of 12 this time on 1st and 10. He's running well. good vision downfield, avoiding tackles and using his blockers. It's good vision for a freshman. Hudson Whitmire, the 180-pound freshman running back, getting a little bit of luck here late. We have seen him this season. Coming in these games, he's averaged 7 yards a carry on 16 carries this season, 112 yards in the year, usually in situations like this, and 2 touchdowns. One of those freshmen that has got next over the next couple of years when a couple of guys graduate. Excited to see what he can do. Just over 4 minutes left to play. Fumble on the play. Exchange on the snap from Stefan. He just jumped on it. No gain. 2nd and 10. So Brady Hochstein I've got him for about 110 yards and 12 carries, 1 touchdown of 24 yards. Easton Hochstein had about 70 to 75 yards as well on the ground. He also had a receiving touchdown on the day. Loss on the next play for the Cedar Catholic Trojans. No, excuse me. Go forward 1 yard, then was pushed backwards. Forward progress will give him that yard for Dendiger. Hochstein did have a fumble, but recovered, or didn't recover. It was turned over, but then made a comeback with a receiving touchdown, as I said, of 11 yards, and then a rushing touchdown of 9 yards as well. So 3rd and 9 for Cedar Catholic. Abram Steffen under center. He'll hand it off to Whitmire. Spinning, going near about a gain of 5. It'll be 4th and 4 incoming. 3 minutes to go. We'll see if Cedar wants to go for this. If they get the first down, it would just about end the ball game. They're on their own 46-yard line, though. Looks like Mike Akato had 2 carries today, one of them for a touchdown run of 4, the other for 9 yards, 13 yards today. Hunter Benson had 66 yards and a touchdown run of 62 today. That was impressive. Here's the 4th and 4 play with 2:30 to go. They're going to hand it off Whitmire. Whitmire going to run into his own lineman. Great push up front. Turnover on downs for Hartington Cedar Catholic. So with 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go, Hershey, with 1 timeout and a running clock working against them, going to march out for one final drive, and we'll see if they can avoid the shutout here, trailing 48-0 with just over 2 minutes to go, and the clock continues to run despite the change of possession because of the mercy rules in the second half. 1st and 10, Hershey. Finish going through our Cedar Catholic stats. Haber ended up with about 14 yards today on the ground. Through the air, right around 100 with a touchdown pass of 11 yards to Hochstein. Hunter Benson also had a touchdown pass of 25 yards to Bodie Hochstein, who had 44 at the half. First play, it's going to be a pitch play to the left side, going down the near sideline, all the way inside the 15. Knocked out of bounds at the 15-yard line. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. Clock continues to move. That was a good run there for DeMode. Gain of about 30 here. 1 minute and 11 seconds. 1st and 10 from the opposing 15. Hershey. See if they can avoid the shutout here, as Hershey's playing the final 60 seconds of their season. Hershey hands off to his fullback, who's going to go down at the line of scrimmage, and the clock will keep moving. 50 seconds to play. Cedar Catholic trying to force the shutout. They've rested their starters. Their younger players in here trying to hold that shutout. 48-0 score. 35 seconds to go. Hershey not in a massive hurry here. 30 seconds. 2nd down at the 15-yard line. They're going to run a reverse sweep to the right. Nope, it's Murdoch throwing it. He'll have an incompletion with 18 seconds to go. It was knocked away from the intended receiver. A great play. I believe that was Graham Potts. No, I think that was Josh Pinkelman, actually. And no timeout's going to be taken and that will avoid the touchdown. Cedar Catholic will get the shutout victory. The clock runs out, no timeout taken by Hershey. 48-0 will be your final score. 48-0 at the end of the third, and no change through the fourth quarter. Cedar Catholic wins in the playoffs 48-0 over Hershey, allowing 61 points on the season total, including their first-round playoff matchup. Cedar Catholic's defense, one of the all-timers in Class C2, one of their best in school history for sure. 48-0 will be your final score today. So we go to the post-game show now. We've got to look at our out-of-town scoreboard, some other games just kicking off as we wrap up. We'll go through our player of the game. We've been going through some stats. We'll keep giving final stats here. Hill, looks like he ended up with right around 70 yards running the football in the ball game on 16 carries. Murdoch, right around 15, had some negative plays at the end there. DeMode had a 30-yard run right at the end of the game there, which definitely going to help him. He'll go up to about 38 yards in the ball game total on 6 carries. Through the air, not a whole lot for Hershey. Murdoch once again had that gain of 12 to Houston Hill early, but outside of that, not a whole lot. Had the interception by Bodie Hochstein as well. And then defensively, there was a defensive scoop and score for Hunter Cookta of 49 yards. So 49 yards, scoop and score for Hunter Cookta, and that was the final score of the ball game. It came with 5:21 left in the third quarter. Cedar gets in the end zone 7 times today, 6 of them offensively. Touchdown run from Brady Hochstein of 24 yards to start the game. That brought us 6-0. Hunter Benson had a 62-yard touchdown run after that, made it 13-0. Hunter Benson to Bodie Hochstein for a 25-yard touchdown pass, made it 20-0. Micah Cotto had a 4-yard touchdown run today to make it 28-0. Grady Haber to Easton Hochstein for an 11-yard touchdown as well. Easton Hochstein had a 9-yard touchdown run then right after halftime to make it 42-0, and then that Hunter Cookta 49-yard scoop and score to make it 48-0 final. And those are your final stats here today in your post-game show on the current 94.3. As we finish up our Avera player of the game here, I want to go with Hunter Cookta. 49-yard scoop and score for Hunter Cookta. That was great. He was playing great defense all game long. Hunter Cookta going to have the Avera player of the game nod. Moving health forward. All right, one final thing we got to do here today is check that out-of-town scoreboard. Once again, we had the early game today, so we don't have really any other finals. We have a halftime score. Norfolk Catholic in a scare right now. They're trailing UTAN at the half, 16-8. Still a one-score game, but 16-8 at half. Norfolk Catholic trails. Ord is just kicking off versus Donovan Trumbull. The winner of that game will be facing Cedar Catholic in the second round. Ord versus Donovan Trumbull. That's the 8-9 matchup. The other matchups that are just kicking off, number 5 Archbishop Bergen versus number 12 Wood River. Number 13 West Point Beamer versus number 4 Grand Island Central Catholic. Number 3 Kearney Catholic versus number 14 Boone Central. Number 11 Lincoln Lutheran versus number 6 Malcolm. And then number 15 Arlington versus number 2 Bishop Newman. Those are the other Class C2 games that are kicking off right now. In Class D1, let's see if we have any finals. See if we can check on that Crofton game. There's still a few minutes left in the third quarter, and that is an 80-40 game. Wow. 120 points combined, and it's still in the third quarter. Number 5, Crofton leads number 12, Johnson Brock, 80-40 in that third quarter. That is an insane score. Number 13, Hemingford beats number 29, Stanton today, 50-26. Sandy Creek leading Wisner Pilger, 37-0 at half. Wausau Osmond, their season will come to a close as they fall to Bridgeport, 38-18. Those are some of the local scores. Check the Wausau score as well in Class D2. Why Not? Why Not wins over Mullen 64-13, and they'll move on to the quarterfinals. All right, that's your out-of-town scoreboard update on your post-game show. Brought to you by the Bank of Hartington. Where other banks have their banks, Bank of Hartington has their roots. That's going to do it for us today on our out-of-town scoreboard report. Will do it for us today. A game that Cedar Catholic controlled the full way through. We're going to be covering them a couple of times through this playoff. We'll announce here on social media where we're going each week for our Northeast Nebraska Game of the Week upcoming. Thank you to Dave back at the studio for holding things down as everything is wrapped up here in Hartington on a cool Friday evening. Game was over early in this one. Number 1, Hartington Cedar Catholic, 48-0, knocking number 16, Hershey, out of the playoffs. Cedar moves on. Thank you for listening to tonight's broadcast. I've been Tehl Tanner. This has been the current 94-3, our Northeast Nebraska Game of the Week.
This has been a presentation of Northeast Nebraska High School Athletics on KYN TV, courtesy of Riverfront Sports. Be sure to subscribe to KYN TV on YouTube and hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment when we go live for Northeast Nebraska High School Athletics.
The current 94.3 KDAM. Hartington. More of today's hits.